Okay, so I'm going to ask Spirit specific questions with an open heart and an open mind. Um, and yeah, so I feel like there's a need to be prepared for whatever this message is, whatever this answer is. You already know from the title. But I feel like maybe somebody's like grasping for straws. Like someone is in a desperate situation and they might have called out or reached out to someone to help. This person might have helped in a small way, but I feel like what really needs to happen is so much bigger than one person can help with. Something like a bank wire or a bank transfer, and then something's being offered to you. And then also I'm getting like this isn't dependent upon a certain season. Like this is something that's kind of year round, even though it might be more it might be happening during the time like there's like a commercial season that can explain what's happening right now, but it's something that really pretty much goes on 24/7. Okay, so let's just get our question out for this reading. It's how can you be more of service to your angel guides as you prepare for ascension? Okay. So, all right, Spirit. How can the collective be more of service? How can the collective be more of service? With this offer coming in, staying in balance, preparing for ascension. Okay, so let's really meditate on this energy here. So, okay, I see this offer being made. It's coming from someone in a position of power. Even though they're in a lower position, I feel like it's due to them being seated or seated comfortably. And so the person standing is the one who's receiving this offering. How can the collective be more of service? Possibly your youthfulness, due to you being the one taking on this next position. Because you're the newest one in this position, you have more stamina, is what I'm feeling. I feel like you're able to basically take this baton or take this torch and go really far with it because you've had time to wait. Whoever this is somebody who's been in a waiting position, waiting to receive this offering. I feel like you're already balanced, even if you don't feel balanced, because you were waiting. That's the position you're in, and you're comfortable there. So you're prepared to receive this offering that's going to lead you to an ascension. What's going to lead you to increase? So how can you be of more service? Okay. So this is usually a card that means holding on to what you have, kind of being frugal at this time, or valuing what's yours right now, using what's yours. Or it could be in the reverse for some people who have an excess will be the time to give, because whoever you give this to is going to be using it for something beneficial. So this could be donations. Yeah, so now is the time of recycling with this Queen of Pentacles. I feel maybe in a position of giving, whereas this Four of Pentacles is in a position to receive. So there's possibly two groups here, or the collective may fit into either category. Either someone who is in a very comfortable position and is ready to give, or someone who is waiting on this offering coming in. So in either case, I feel like what's important is that you remain true to your role, because there's going to be an exchange here. There's going to be a partnership coming in, which means both of you, whoever these two people are on either side of this party, has a specific role to play, whether it's the recipient or the giver. I will say this is the feminine as the recipient and the giver as the masculine. Okay, so this could be a partnership. This could be a relationship. Okay, let's pull some more energy with this offer. So how can you be more helpful to this relationship? Traveling. Someone may be traveling. It might be more convenient for you to do the walking if I'm talking to the person who's going to be receiving, because maybe this person is going to be wheel bound or chair bound, or maybe this person can't move. Maybe this person is stuck in their place, or they don't have as many options. This person who's giving. Okay, maybe this person doesn't have the funds to travel. So this could be someone in another country, or it could be close. Maybe they don't have gas money or something. Maybe you're going to be traveling to visit people. Maybe you're doing some missionary work. But I'm seeing people scurrying around, shopping. They might have had lists prepared. Maybe they came into some recent money or some recent income. Maybe I'm talking to a merchant and a buyer, or a merchant and a seller, or seller and a buyer. Somebody's going to be planting seeds. And it's important for both parties, whether it's the soil that's receiving this seed and being fertilized and fertilizing the seed, or the planter who's planting the seed. I feel like both parties are looking for this harvest. And so you two are working together, almost like breeders, like someone who breeds pets or dogs or some type of animal for sale. Someone has the mother, someone has the father, but you both are invested in these puppies. Okay. So how can the collective be more useful in this relationship? 5 of baskets, 4 of coins. Okay, so I'm seeing this 4 of coins in reverse here now. And then the 5 of baskets indicates that maybe you want more when you still have enough to work with. So I feel like it's really a focus on being grateful for what you have and valuing what you have right now at this time. In terms of being frugal, it's not necessarily being cheap. But it is like looking at what you have before you do any more spending. Maybe this is a season for spending, depending on the holidays in your country, or maybe it's just in the air right now, in the energy. Maybe some people are receiving a refund or a back payment or something. And so there's a lot going on. Maybe a lot of people are spending energy as well, like wasting time, lollygagging maybe, or just acting on impulse. So they're not as reserved. And I feel like this is a time for you to maybe set yourself aside from the crowd and not go with the flow as much, because these people spending their energy are going to be without at some point. So how can you be more useful? Okay. Someone has some energy that's stronger than they realize. I'm getting the sense that it's a dark energy, but it has exactly what the collective is needing right now. Like, it has the warmth, the vibes that keep one's attention, keep one's focus on what's important here. Like, I'm seeing you as being the center of attention here, sharing something valuable. This could be through your post, maybe just setting yourself aside, like don't go with the crowd right now. Do what you feel comfortable with, because you're actually setting trends, you're trailblazing right now, and your energy is so valuable and so important that anything you do is going to set the tone for the energy now. What you're doing is very healing. So you're healing people that may not even know that they're sick, or they may not know that there's still room for growth. They may think that it's the end of their line, and they've just kind of started counting down. And now I feel like you come with new hope. Also, I'm hearing that whoever this is, like, that's trying to do something more, they're like, if it's not meant to be, it's just not going to happen. So don't push it, don't force it. And then I'm seeing money being currency, and it's possible, and also that the government is in control of this. this currency. So it can change. Is not always going to be one thing. Whatever is valuable to the community, whatever is valuable to the community, whatever the community is what's going to be considered a currency. So don't. I feel like you can be very useful right now by not pinning yourself down to a specific type of currency or a specific type of value, because even if you just have the ability to watch like a babysitter is useful to someone, a couple who wants to leave and go on a date. If you could just sit in a room with these children and watch them play and make sure they don't eat poison or, anything dangerous, you are extremely valuable. And this person who's using you or needs you at the moment, you're like a hero, because maybe they really want to get out, or whatever the case may be. I'm just feeling like it's not necessarily like you having to go overboard and do all of this extra stuff to please a certain group that maybe isn't your audience or isn't your target or isn't the real person that you're going to come into a partnership with. Because whoever is for is meant to be. Whoever is meant to be for, that's who it's for. This partner of yours is like the missing piece, the missing puzzle. And it's not necessarily at this time that you're manifesting this person. It's like you two are already are in unison right now. So you're already helping in ways that you might not realize. With this Queen of Cups, I feel like it has something to do with an energy, and maybe someone who's being isolated, like it's this dark, low vibe that is maybe beneficial in some way. Like maybe you're helping somebody with anxiety. So for them, it's like they've had enough light. They've been exposed to the light long enough, and they just need a break. Like you're like jazz music to someone who's, been listening to pop. Number 7. And also this is for someone who is able to make decisions quickly. And I feel like it's because you're able to stay focused and stay loyal to the decisions you make. So you're constantly on track, and this is possibly what's going to be useful to your angel guides, because right now I feel like your angel guides are moving you towards where you set your heart. They're already making things happen. They're already bringing you together with this partner, and you don't have to decide. You don't have to make any more decisions here. Just stay to yourself, stay faithful. It's very magical what's happening. Like there's no way to really prepare or categorize what's going on because it's all new. It's really happening right now as you speak in terms of manifestation. At the same time, it's already here. So this is deep because you're going to be considering the fact that you're already within this reality. So that's what I feel like. Your usefulness is helpful because you can put yourself in this place. You can put yourself in this state of mind. And here are your lovers. These are your lovers. So it's just a matter of waiting. Maybe it's a pause. Maybe it's a moment of silence and just accepting what's happening right now in your life, accepting and being content with your energy, because that's what's valuable. It's not just, it's not constantly moving to the next step, but also I feel like your ability to move forward is what is definitely so valuable about you. Your partnership comes, it arrives on time, okay, just as expected. Let's get some more cards for you. Someone says, I can't help it if people are drawn to me. Yeah. Whoever this is very attractive and is who you are attracted to. The idea of you being attracted to this person implies that you are drawing closer and closer near to this person. So whatever you like is what you're going closer to, and what you don't like is what you're repelling. And there's no need to try and change this because this is the natural law, it's the natural order. You don't have to change yourself to become your reality. You just are. This is making sense for somebody. If this is resonating, please let me know if this is resonating. Okay. So I feel like you've had many opportunities here to say no. And now it's going to be an increase and an influx of you saying, yes, I'm ready to receive. The reason you said no is understandable. You definitely had your reasons. I feel like you just weren't ready and it wasn't time. But now I'm seeing that it's time for you to be happy. It's time for you to accept the fact that happiness is here right now, that this is what happiness feels like. I'm seeing you being very passionate about your money and your career and being financially stable. And also just having a wealth and abundance of positive energy. Somebody is very serious about staying positive. Like, it's almost like, yeah, like let's just stay positive at this point. By all means, at all costs. Even if you have to do without for a while, even if you have to maintain this hermit mode here, it was worth it. It was worth being alone because you don't have all the injuries that these people have that you're healing. The people who just would not stop, they just kept going and going and going. And then they burned out and they crashed. Or they crashed and they burned. Whichever way it happened. They're in trouble, they're suffering, but these are the people that you're going to be helping because you took a break. You rested, you rejuvenated, you recouped. Generating. And it's so powerful just being able to stop. Just being able to say no when you said no. Addictions are real. Toxic energy is real. And you avoided all of that. Whereas though the next person might have been saying, oh, they might have been saying like, you're not a good go-getter. You're not ambitious. They might have been calling you lazy. But you knew what was going on. Here's that dragon. Like, I knew it was a lizard. That's exactly why I pulled these cards. Because you're regenerating. You're regenerating limbs just like a lizard. And also what's going on with this dragon is like it hides in a cave. So the story goes, it hides in a cave. It's like in a dark cave for a while. But when it comes out, it's a force to be reckoned with. It's like, you're not going to get me back in that cave unless I want to go there. I feel like you have an ancient quality about you. And now it's time to show off. And not in a way that's intimidating anyone. Although it's their business how they want to feel about your launch. You launching this new career of yours, that's up to them how they want to feel about that. But I feel like you're not going to be, like overboard with it. It's just who you are. A dragon isn't trying to scare anybody. He's just breathing. He just happens to breathe fire. So yeah, I feel like you can definitely take your time with this. And you being helpful, you being useful to your angel guides depends on you being yourself. Because that's what they need right now. Is your energy, not you pretending to be someone else. Like, you're just a naturally positive person. You don't have to try at all. It's the demons that's looking up to you, that's trying to be like you. I'm almost getting like, maybe I'm talking to somebody who needs to calm down sometimes. Like, you are constantly climbing here, moving up, moving forward. And at some point you're like, okay, this can technically go on forever. I can go up and up and up forever. Like, there's no end to this. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling about this break that you might have taken recently. Or maybe you're going on a break. Maybe you're taking a break off. It's definitely necessary if that's the case. Because I feel like the world will keep on moving. People who have committed to working themselves to the bone are going to keep going right into work. And you're still going to experience this wealth. Also, this could be some employees of yours, or maybe you're going to hire a staff to work on some things for you. or get some better equipment or technology to kind of take over the labor side of the job, or things are so technologically advanced that it could be any area of your business. You can get hired help to take a break and keep your business growing. And also, like, your money is going to be working for you. This currency is going to be working for you in some way, and you're going to relax without guilt, without pleasure. I don't know why is that without pleasure, but definitely without guilt. So let's pull some cards to kind of see what this lack of pleasure is about. Without pleasure, like all work and no play. Or maybe someone's afraid of pleasure. Maybe someone has some intimacy issues. It's possible. You're the one thing I've been looking for. Others can't keep up with me. Okay. So maybe you're... Okay. So in terms of you helping your angel guides, is not about slowing down at this point, because you're moving at a very high velocity, and almost like I don't want to say workhorse, because we already established that in this sense you are definitely a dragon, which can go so much further and faster than a workhorse, but you're still being used like that, like a pack of wolves. The energy and the velocity of your speed, the horsepower, so to speak, that you come with is moving you forward so quickly. Almost like a time machine, like you're moving through space, time traveling, or moving throughout worlds with these ideas. And so that's how you're being helpful, because you're actually helping to drive people forward. Whoever it is that's following you, someone keeps your texts and uses the way you use your intuition, the way you speak, maybe the way you write. Maybe I'm talking to a writer or someone who writes code. Maybe whatever you put together is something that's going to be useful. That's like to the nth power, like, times to the nth power or something, because you have such an impact on your community. Being so self-assured of yourself. Yeah, the way you work, your work ethic. Somebody wants to go there. Let's go there. They're saying, take us where you want to go. Take us where you're going. We're going with you. And someone is saying it's never too much. Okay, so I'm definitely sensing support here. I feel like you have a lot of support right now. Maybe you felt like you weren't being helpful enough, like you weren't doing enough, but you're definitely making a difference in your workplace. You'll notice that this person is happy with you because they share their interests. If this is a boss or somebody that you're expecting some sort of approval from, they're going to share their interests with you. They're going to tell you what they like. This is how you know you're on the right track. Someone may be proposing. If it's not marriage upright, it's definitely a union, okay? Someone's proposing a union, a marriage between you, a commitment. Again, with these lovers, the lovers here, I feel like it's somebody that's on your speed. Okay, someone considers you to be, someone says you're very beautiful. They go out of their way to avoid you getting upset. So this person, okay, because I feel like they're avoiding you for a reason. Maybe this partnership is shy. Maybe this person coming in is still watching you and still wants to get an idea of who you are before they approach you. Because one way that you may notice that this person is your partner is because they try to avoid upsetting you or stepping on your toes, or maybe even hiding from you altogether. They just want to see maybe how you handle things, because they're afraid to get hurt, but they definitely talk about you a lot. So let's pull some cards just to meditate on what's going to take you there. The world. The world is going to take you where you're trying to go. The world is behind you, and maybe even a dark side. Maybe the shadow energy is what's helping you right now. You already know a lot about the world because you're observant. Maybe you've been avoiding the world in your hermit mode at some point, but when you come out, people may start to step back because they didn't realize there was a dragon in the cave all this time. So, it may be some initial like retreat, whereas people are just like, okay, let me take this in and really put the pieces together here, because maybe somebody's going to be scared up front. But nonetheless, this is what it is. And that initial shock they're going to get used to. It's going to wear down. And eventually it's going to be considered butterflies.